to just congratulate all of you. The State of Israel and the Republic of Sudan have agreed to make peace. This is for many, many years. They've been at odds, to put it nicely, and to normalize their relations. This will be the third country where we're doing this, and we have many, many more coming. They're coming at us hot and heavy. In the coming weeks, they will meet to negotiate cooperation agreements. You saw that happen with UAE and Bahrain recently in agriculture, technology, aviation.
I'm Joe Macaron, who joins us now live from Paris. He's a resident fellow at the Arab Center here in Washington, D.C. Joe, really great to have you with us. So the Trump administration will, of course, declare this a diplomatic victory, but what's the regional impact?
In the case of the Sudan, I don't think there's a big regional impact. It mostly concerns Sudan. It's a positive move. Sadly, it was done for the wrong reason. It should be done because there was a revolution in Sudan, there was a change of power that should be recognized by the international community, but it was done for the reasons of normalization with Israel and for U.S. domestic politics. So this is the unfortunate part of it. But beyond that, I think just Sudan is in a very difficult economic situation now. It needs to break out. This was a good way for them to get out of this terrorism list that is stopping international aid and a lot of things that would help the economic reform. Obviously, it will have implication on domestic politics in Sudan. But on the regional level, I don't see a big shift out of that.
And what do relations, Joe, look like under this agreement?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Sure. What do relations look like under this agreement?
It's not clear. I mean, what they said, now first there's the U.S. portion of this, which is depositing a $335 million in an extra account in New York until Congress basically finish all the procedure to stop any coming cases against Sudan. Second, in a few weeks, there will be a meeting between Israeli and the Sudanese official after the U.S. election to discuss cooperation in agriculture and other things. It will not be as cozy as it's getting between the Israeli and the UAE because of consideration inside of Sudan. But the problem is most of those normalization deals are not between two countries who fought wars. Neither Bahrain or the Emirati or Sudan had a really direct confrontation with Israel. So it's not how Trump is selling it as a conflict resolution, or it's just economic transaction on most levels. And trying to basically end this Arab boycott of Israel in general through those deals. But beyond that, I think the Sudanese and the Israeli relation going to be the slowest one between the three normalization countries because of situation in Sudan and the consideration of the civilian government and the military rule. But beyond that, I don't see it.
Though, what? Right. Sorry to interject. I want to try to get in one more question here. What position has Washington put Sudan in, though, to execute this agreement when you consider the huge financial payout that Sudan has had to give in order to just even get them off the list? I mean, who wins in all of this? Is Sudan really better off for it?
I think the big winner is obviously Israel and Trump, at least in the immediate future. The military rule in Sudan has now a new lifeline that will help them basically to maintain power. We will see if there's real opposition moving forward in Sudan. Basically, that would impact. I doubt at this point, but we never know. So I think, I mean. As I said in the first segment, I mean, it was a good move, but done for the wrong reasons. And Sudan was almost blackmailed, basically, to get this. They resisted pressure in the past few weeks, but then they reached a deal regarding the removing from the terrorist list. But it was not done, I think, in a positive environment that would help the Sudanese moving forward. It was rushed before the election, and that's the main concern out of this process.
Joe Macaron, we really appreciate your analysis. Thanks for coming on.